Okay, this should be working. All right, so we're going to talk about, um, oh, we have some dropped frames. One second. Okay, it looks good. Okay, so yeah, we're going to talk about the new stuff in MameHub because there's been a lot of development. So let's take a look. So it supports more than two players. Um, that was a big change. So the way that works is there's now a player position. And so I think it's based on who joins the join order. So the host should be position one, then we have two, three. The positions might not line up yet, but there should be, oh yeah, okay. Um, okay, oh my gosh. All right, so some more changes we have are there's a bug in the clock synchronizer. So we have this thing called well forward estimator. What this is trying to do is it's trying to keep like what's called the mean and the variance, or the average and the variance. So imagine like I'm sending packets to you and the ping is like 100, 100, 100 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds. But then like every now and then a packet comes in with a really high ping, right? Or maybe it sort of oscillates between like 100 and 200. Well, like with MameHub, it all runs synchronously. So if we miss a packet, we have to wait for that packet to show up. So we can't really do anything. We can't roll back or anything like that. Some of these games are massive, right? So we're doing a lot of math here to figure out, um, to figure out, how can we guarantee that this packet gets to this person? And so maybe when you press a button, it needs to delay, a bit longer than we'd like just to guarantee that it makes it to that person on the other side. And so this estimator here had a bug in it. Um, this wasn't there, and this was down here. And so, long story short, it was kind of accumulating. It was kind of growing over time. So if you played long enough, your ping would just go up, 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 and it would just never stop going up. That's cleaned up. The other thing is we have this thing that tries to estimate the difference between your clock. So like, so let's say your clock thinks it's noon and my clock thinks it's 12:10. Well, that's a big problem, right? If I send you a packet saying press a button at 12:10, you're going to wait 10 minutes to press that button and it just won't work, right? So we have this offset estimator that tries to guess the difference between our clocks. So I say, hey, here's a button press. For me, it's 12:10, but for you, it's going to be 12 o'clock. And that way, the game can kind of work, right? Um, that was having issues when there was more than two players because it was basically there's collisions between all these different clocks. And so what I did now is I created something that like harmonizes the time across all these different clocks. And so, it's in the beginning it'll be kind of jittery, but over time it'll start to harmonize. Um, that was a big fix. The last thing I did was I had to make this asynchronous. So what's going on here is every second it's contacting the lobby and saying, hey, did someone's info change? And it's also telling the lobby the game is still running. Um, that was running synchronously. So what that means is while you're playing the game, it all of a sudden says, "Oh, everyone stop. I need to go tell the MameHub Hub server, what's up." And so it would do that. It would wait for the server to respond, and then it would continue the game. And so that was causing hiccups. And the more players you have, the more hiccups you have, right? Because they're not all going to do it at exactly the same time. So now that's running asynchronously. So what that means is, we send that information to the MameHub Hub server, but then we don't wait for it to come back. Um, we just keep doing what we're doing. And then when it does come back, we handle it. So when you put all that together, it actually comes out really nice. So what I have here is I have two test accounts, and then I have my actual account, and so I can play 3-player Simpsons. And let me set maximize to 0. So you'll notice I don't have any other commands here, and that's because we're using the MameHub lobby. So if you take a look here, we have this lobby system. The way this works is you go to lobby.mamehub.com, you put in your user ID, or sorry, you're going to log in, you're going to get a user ID, and you put this in the user_ID field in your main.ini file. So I have one right here. Well, now you know the password to the test user, but all right. So there's the user ID for the test user. And it's not going to match this one. This is my actual user ID. Then we're going to have a secret. That's also the password. So the secret's going to go there. So as you type in the secret, it's going to show you this public key. That's really just to send me if there's an error. So don't worry about that. You're going to type in a secret. You're going to put the secret in your main.ini file where password is. You're going to pick a name for yourself, could be anything, and then click Save Changes. It's really important to click Save Changes. That's going to tell the lobby, this information, which is really important. So now in this case, I have my two test users, I have my actual user, and so we're going to play some Simpsons. Okay, there is no, I think it's no maximize. There we go. And so this is a time offset we were talking about. So I put in some debug code to make the time offset pretty big. So like the clocks to be pretty wrong so that it could. And so we have offset is still sort of stabilizing here. Let me run it again really quickly. So I made it pretty aggressive where people can have sort of crazy clocks and maybe a little bit too much. So let's try again. Yeah, this is looking a lot better. Take a look here. Da, 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 da. Let me increase something on this estimator. There we go. Oh, another thing I need to change. Cancel, make this. This needs to be 50. There we go. Also, let me take out that print. Time offset changed. I'll make that a verbose print. So yeah, what was happening there was two things. One, the randomness was a little too much. And two, I was printing that time offset over and over and over again, and all those prints were kind of slowing things down. All right. Okay, let's try again.
Homer!
Mark! Mark! Out my hair! 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 How are you? Out my hair! How are you?
Cool. That's it, guys. Catch you later.